Okay, we ended up looking at decision-making tools. You are expected to use these tools and to paste them in your notebook as you're making decisions um, for your group. If I don't see them in the notebook, you will lose points. Show me that you're applying what we're learning. Okay, Gantt chart. This is to plan schedules, managing projects. It sets timelines. It breaks down a large project into manageable pieces. It shows a picture of the entire project. Now we have some templates, like the 16-week semester, and it's on my Google site. But let's go to the 16-week semester one. There we go. You decide what the activity is. You can insert more rows to define more activities. You don't need actuals. This is planned. This is actual. So we can delete the actuals, for example. And if we do that, notice the actuals go away, the bars go away. So you can set when does it start, how long does it last? When does it start, how long does it last? These are major milestones, which would be this big purple one. And it includes all of this stuff, everything below it. This one, there's only one milestone, one purple bar. Search and research. So again, it includes there. It includes all of these and so forth. You get to decide though what these say, and in fact, do not just take this and plug in your own numbers. Change your activities. Your activities will depend on your project. Okay, it's on the website. Let's pop over. You'll get to the Google Drive. There, ECE03. And you'll see the files when we get over to the Google Drive. There's the 15-week template. Use this as a template. There's another interesting one too. This is planning out your mechanical engineering program if you were to do it in 2 years. There we go. What do you have to take before the next one? This gives you examples. For example, how to use formulas in this. You can use formulas, so you have to take this class after this one, so it becomes a formula. This one plus one, you can start this. Semesters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. So this is your mechanical engineering plan for 4 semesters. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint. That's Gantt charts. Do one. List. So here's the steps in creating one. And play production. Yeah, that's the example. Time across the top. Let's go back to the Gantt chart. So here's your timeline. And that's the wrong one. I was looking at the 15-week one. There we go. 15-week one. Timeline in days. The time can be weeks or months or whatever period length you decide on. Draw vertical lines. Left column is activities by numbers. So here's row number, activity number. Um, Decide which things can be done simultaneously. One person does one thing, one another, and shade the timelines of activities. Of course, the shading is done automatically. Some things are done at the same time. You can put a note about who's going to do it over here. Something like that. And to make sure you can see it, let's do that. There we go. And so forth. So that helps you manage your how much bandwidth you guys have. Here's an example of a filled out one. You can do this by hand. Back in the old days, people did this by hand. They didn't do it on a computer. Pareto chart, what is it? If you've got a problem, it lists things in descending order of frequency. So 300 some odd contaminations, 150 some odd metallization defects, and so forth. So what problem do you focus on first? Well, the one that gives you the most loss. That's what the Pareto chart is for, is to really expose that. And I have continued on my slide. Did I? Nope. I don't know why I put continued there. So, team summary. Lots of tools that we talked about. Use them. They got to show up in your notebook, in your project reports, etc. Meetings, agendas, minutes. Make them efficient, make them effective. You guys don't want to waste time. Member feedback every time I review your notebook. That's the detailed performance evaluation. And I went through the procedure and how to do that. Now, where did I put? There we go. There. That's this guy right here. So exchange it. You put your own, get the information from other team members anonymously if you can. Fill out the columns about you. Look at what other people have said about your performance and then comment on it. What do you think? Okay. And I hope you've gained some tools about resolving conflicts that'll help you so that you can have productive, efficient, smooth running teams. And that's the end, guys. End of chapter 8. And next week, you'll get, we'll go back to chapters 2 and talk more about the design process. But this gives you the tools you need to work effectively as a team. And we're going to be forming teams in the coming week.